Hello everybody, I am LynnCarius and I am one of the few runners for Steel Assault. Currently got the records for the very easy and easy categories. Our resident Skunky here is record holder for the normal category. It's a fun little action platformer arcade style with total of 5 different difficulties. You got very easy, normal, expert, and then arcade. Arcade is a 1cc full clear, so if you die, you reset it, restarting from the beginning. Not a very easy game to do that in. So an expert level, it is, you'll restart that level when you die, so again, very punishing. But from normal on back, we are able to restart that scene that we have entered, and the enemy difficulties are lower from in the very easy and easy categories. So we're going to see a lot less enemies than normal category, but our health would be at 16 for very easy, 8 on easy, or sorry, 20 very easy, 10 easy, 5 normal, because damage that we take in normal is doubled. So for sake of a good marathon run, easy is the best category to continue on through on, because I'm not going to be having to worry about my health very much. There's a few points where the damage gets insane on the stages, so we got to use the iframes to get through some of these things. But here we go. We have a nice little slide attack. We're running around with a electric whip, and if we are close enough, we do a little punch animation. You'll see these little power-up boxes along the way. You can do 2 things. That's an electric power-up. That's our shield power-up. We're not going to want the shield power-up most of the time for this run. Electric lets us get a nice little extension and a double hit projectile. Now on categories beyond the normal category, we will actually want to pick up that box. For very easy and easy, probably not going to need it. This is the only real good climb stage in this one, where we're going to use this grapple hook quite extensively and quickly. Whoops, too far. We want to exit through there. You can slide through enemies to avoid being damaged from them. Yes, this game is one of the few that I have saw being played, and I'm like, I must run this thing. The music and art style greatly appealed to me, and the mechanics are nice and straightforward, and I grabbed the shield on accident. I was supposed to double slap that one to get the laser, or the lightning power up for this boss fight. Now for this boss fight, I wanted to align myself for a little bit right here, just so I'm avoiding hitting that, punching the claw. And it didn't even get a single cycle, which means that's a very good boss cycle. There's patterns that can be very suboptimal for that, but that was probably the optimal pattern that came up. Shield here is fine. One thing you have to be careful of with the dashes is you can sometimes not be able to do the double jump. And, of course, falling in the water does a point of damage, but if you have the shield, it takes that instead. Now, in normal difficulty, this robot no longer just targets the platforms, but we're going to try and beat him before he goes down to start spamming fire on both platforms. Now we want to climb up here. There's a health pickup, which doesn't mean anything in these categories. But this branch down here is on a timer, so you don't have to go quick to get to those, just as long as you're around a decent time frame. Or you can ride the branch that the power-up was on all the way down to the water. It's another platform you can land on. We're going to do a grappling hook extension jump. That little green ball that you see me collect on a melee kill will actually extend my power up time back up, as you'll see right above the character profile on the top left. We can damage boost through him. We were aiming for that red spot on the back. Damage boost through these guys. That's about the most hang-up spot I get, is on that waterfall ledge. Don't always get the right damage through there. This one, if I was on normal, I would have to take a little bit slower, because we're going to be taking a lot of damage through here just running through it. These waterfalls are terrible. And if we do a slide boost in it, we actually open up our hitbox again, because our iframes are immediately gone right after the slide is completed. Now this can be one of the most difficult bosses without knowing the pattern. And the pattern does change between very easy and easy into normal. This category, or the easy and very easy, has this pattern. Normal, he's going to come across the top. But right after that first thing, we're going to have the laser time. Easy and very easy, just face tank him and whip him. No! I didn't get my double jump off, so I lost that one. Whoops. But there's a little bit of a swag jump at the end that I was going for, which can save a little bit of time. Where we're going to grapple at underneath the jet and then jump down as it comes by, crashing through that plane. There's the double jump. But knowing that this is here is very helpful for normal, because the first blast that it does when it goes across the top is the only way to survive without taking a hit. It's not a marathon run without a swaggy death, right? We're going to be doing a lot of grapples in this area. Just try and make sure we're not falling down too far. Shield here is helpful, not necessary though. On to the easiest mini boss in easy and very easy. We're just going to start blasting each of these heads away with the turret. In normal, the turret does not disappear either, but once you start going into expert and arcade, the turrets will gradually blow up. One thing that I have noticed while playing this game a decent amount is try not to play around with the screen changes too much and slides. You could potentially soft lock yourself out and have to restart. Alright, want to make sure we are on electric. Electric is necessary for the boss of this stage for a very quick kill there. Now we can kill these robots, or the robots that they're holding. And they're just going to go back and rebuild another robot, so they can keep this little turret thing going. There's also a two different styles to the music. So I currently use the FX Remix. It just sounds a little bit more to my style and taste in music more. So that's what we're hearing right now. Once I can grapple that wall, I can exit to this part. Try and use dashes. I'm going to take a hit there. Grapple extension, get a little bit more time on that jump. I'm trying to do the melee as much as possible so I don't waste too much of my lightning. Most cutscenes are unavoidable. Yes, it is a 2021 Tribute Games release. Another point is, I forgot to mention that this game I had found from General Andrews, who's I'd actually won this from on a raffle during his stream, and he is another runner of this game. And it's been a great time just kind of bouncing some ideas off here and there on, like, you know, where we can find some of these things. The lightning allows us to try and get a one cycle in the very easy and easies, but I did not get quite enough hits in there. This is a skippable cutscene because it literally says skip cutscene, so you just hit a button, boom. Once you hit expert or arcade difficulties, all turrets will eventually blow up through usage, but normal and below turrets are always usable. There we go. Ideally, for the speed run, you want to try and get him before that third swing. I was a little bit beyond it, but he does have another cycle after that. Not a big deal. Okay, we're going to want to jump up here, grab the electric. I like conserving lightning when I can, so I go for melee most times on the weaklings. Another diagonal grapple. Double jumps. Slide down. It's mostly just waiting for that crab robot to go down. You can skip the cutscene here, the trigger for it, so you'd have to backtrack and get it. But by making sure you don't go too far beyond it, you won't have to worry about it. Now, after this quick little fight sequence with the second scorpion chopper is when we're going to have our first Death Warp cutscene skip. Well, and only. But it is a tight window for either getting the cutscene skip, getting a death, and having to watch the cutscene skip, or just overall crash the game. Okay. What? If you jump too early, you can crash the game and it'll just it'll completely exit out of the game on you. But by making sure the platform's fully on, but the cutscene has not started just yet, it is... Huh. Didn't kill them. Didn't realize that they respawned right back in. Gonna grab this safety health here, because we're gonna damage boost the boss at the end. Alright, we have a first point of double boss. We are going to want to go for the flyer first, just so that way we don't have to keep avoiding all these bullets. And then bring him close to the door, because that's our exit point. Nice chill elevator. Oh, really? I got a double hit off that one? Say hello to the swamp robot again. This guy is much easier this time around. Wiggle a little bit depending on which palm goes up. We're gonna try and get him into that cycle. It would shoot a blast of bullets in a half circle if you were able to. But we got him before that. Now for the auto-scroller of the game. We're going to want to kill these turrets as quickly as possible. You can anticipate and hit them slightly off screen. We really want electric for this. And doing melee on all short kill enemies where they don't take more than 2 hits. So that lets us have our lightning that much longer. Because it comes in handy for reaching some of these turrets. Because we have to kill the turrets to get the screen to go to transition. These little ones you can melee to get them out of the way. They are only 1 hit, so it's not a big deal. And that's where we want lightning for, because otherwise we can't hit that turret right there ahead of time. Now Skunky has done a masterful job getting through this area cleanly. I end up taking 2 to 3 hits. Alright, now the last stretch before the final boss. Alright, this boss has essentially 3 phases. Giant Mecha is the first one. He has like 5 different possible attacks in the mecha form. Ideally, you want to get to him before the second one is done. Now, there is a potential for soft lock when he transitions to his 3rd phase, where the electric floor comes in. Okay, we did not get the soft lock. And that is time. He can disappear when the electric goes down, and the game stops. It just keeps going in that loop with music. Can't hit a thing. Nothing shows up. It's a very fun, short game, but the difficulty does start ramping up from normal up. Thank you all for the GGs. And I'm glad I was able to showcase this for you, Junkyard Dave, and our M.O.O.S.E event. Soundtrack for this whole game, though, is amazing. I love it. There's not a lot of different mechanics to the game. It's you got your grapple, you got your dash, you've got your whip, and then jump. So it's really easy to learn, really easy to pick up, and just a fun, just quick platformer. All right. Thanks for having me again, Junkyard Dave, and glad to put on this small little showcase.